Question 1. Doug, you said in an earlier episode that autoclaves need maintenance and testing to verify they're working properly. Can you give us more information about how this is best done? Certainly. Here are some things you need to know. In the United States, the Center for Disease Control recommends weekly testing of autoclaves. This is to ensure that they're properly sterilizing implements. Other countries have similar rules or recommendations. Fortunately, maintenance is relatively easy. The autoclave's owner manual will provide you information about regular maintenance requirements such as cleaning, replacing seals, etc. So contact the manufacturer for more information about repairs and maintenance. Don't be misled by the color-changing indicator strips on an autoclave bag. These are only an indicator, and they don't assure you that the autoclave is working properly. Of course, if they fail to properly change colors, this will tell you the autoclave is not working properly. But these strips can change color even if the proper pressure were not reached. Achieving the correct pressure is just as important as the temperature. Again, indicator strips only detect temperature, not pressure. So regular maintenance is required to ensure that autoclaves get to the proper temperature and pressure. Just like your car needs a regular tune-up, so do autoclaves. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for cleaning, changing water, service visits, replacement parts, etc. Now actually, the only way to really ensure that autoclaves are working properly is to regularly do something called a spore test. What's a spore? Well, a spore is like a seed for a fungal or bacterial organism. Normally, spores do not cause infections in hospitals, in salons. They're more of a concern in hospital surgical wards, where they cause many times more infections than they would ever in a salon. So salons aren't so worried about spores. Even so, spore testing is very useful for determining if the autoclave is working properly. This is why. You can purchase a sealed packet of specially prepared spores designed to be run through a complete autoclave cycle. This packet is then sent to a laboratory for testing. If the autoclave is functioning properly, these spores will be killed 100%. If any survive, the autoclave is now functioning. You can search the internet for a source to purchase these spore kits and a laboratory to have them tested. Or you can ask the manufacturer of your autoclave. They should be able to provide this information as well. I'd start with a search of the internet, looking up autoclave spore testing. I recommend doing a spore test at least once per month. Hospitals will perform them weekly, but salons are not at all like hospitals, and the risk of infections are thousands of times greater for hospitals. So monthly, or more often if you choose, in the salon setting, I think is appropriate. I wouldn't go longer than a month. Many companies offer very low-cost plans that really are surprisingly low. So if you have an autoclave, I recommend you sign up for at least a monthly plan. If you're using the autoclave constantly, you may want to sign up for weekly testing. You don't want your autoclave malfunctioning for weeks without your knowledge. And this is the only way to ensure your autoclave is working properly. Finally, each time you perform a spore test, my recommendation is to record this in a logbook, along with the records, the other records you keep related to cleaning, disinfection, and maintenance of your autoclave and other equipment such as pedicure chairs.